All right, ladies and gentlemen, why are we here? This is why we're here, to learn how to get an income for life. Okay, I would not get, and I'm not going to go into detail in this screen, okay? But what I do want to help people understand about what's going on in this screen is, for some reason, people really do believe that at the age of 65, they could really retire. I beg differ, and I'm going to show you why, okay? It was a plan out there that used to work back in the old days, which was a 40-40-40 plan. People will work for 40 years. They will retire at the age of 65. And guess what? They're supposed to live off of that income. That's what people have been taught. But let me just show you what will happen to you if you don't understand, right? I didn't understand at one point in my life, okay? My name is Terrence Hill, and I am right here in the great state of Alaska, and I teach and train individuals how to secure their retirement like I have done for myself, right? So think about this. If you work for 40 years, and you might not have been working for 40 years now, but you know someone who has worked or still working, okay? Let's just say they only made $25,000 a year, all right? $1 million would have been through their bank account, okay, before taxes, right? We understand 40 hours makes up a work week, okay? We also understand it's 52 weeks in a year, but everybody don't want to work every week of their life, right? So guess what? We're going to say 50 weeks. So if you multiply 50 weeks times 40 hours a week, that's 2,000 hours. Here's one thing that I think you listening to could agree with. You can agree with 2,000 hours every year. Money you can get back. Time you can't. So we want to help you understand. You're not going to be asked to sell anything, okay? We want you to understand how time works. You find out, right, where you at, how long you've been working, how many years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I'm going to share with you my story. I was working at this time, really 12, but to make the math easier, we're going to say 10. I was in the military at the 10-year mark. And if you do the math, 10 times 2,000 is 20,000, right? 20,000 hours that I have traded my time for money, right? And I was actually in a class, not a webinar like this, but almost like this. And a gentleman asked me, could I show $1 saved for every hour that I have worked? I said, hold on. Do you expect me to be able to go and put my hands on $20,000? That's just $1 saved for every hour that I work. I could not do it. And I was kind of hard-headed at the time, and I challenged him on it. I said, no, I can't. Could you? And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He showed it to me. And I sat down, and I listened and took great notes. And because of that, today, we have cash flowed over $700,000, right? But here's the cool thing. When I retired from the military, 20 years, and it only took me 8 years to do this, I was able to not only get $40,000, put my hands on $40,000, it tripled, ladies and gentlemen, in that short amount of time. So why am I so excited to share this information with you? And where did I learn it from? I learned it from a company called Econ, which is the personal financial success company. Now, personal financial success is different for everybody, all right? See, whatever you desire, it's called Econ, short for my economy, all right? Not the world economy, but everybody has their own economy to maintain. And once I learned, I was able to defeat every challenge, every obstacle that I'm going to be sharing with you. But let's start out with some facts, okay? Fact one, America is the wealthiest country, okay? Hands down. When it comes to capitalism, just look, when America sneezes, everybody catch a cold. Look at what's going on in this current state, but look what's going on across the nation, across the world right now. 69% of Americans, they have less than $1,000. 68 million Americans, they have poor credit. 80% of Americans, they are feeling, especially right now, that they're falling behind. Wages are stagnant. Saying nobody getting no pay raise, and the government does not have the solution. So why are we here? I told you earlier, if you're taking notes, feel free to write this down. If you're listening, we all have two financial objectives. We call it two financial goals, okay? One, you must pay for your current lifestyle. What do I mean when we say pay for your current lifestyle? You are trading your time for money, okay? Nothing wrong with it. You got to keep the clothes on your back. You got to keep food on your table. You got to keep a roof over your head. You got to keep gas in your car. We understand that. But most people don't understand the second one, and therefore it is hard for them to reach it. Their future lifestyle. See, their future lifestyle going to come from investments or asset accumulation or a combination of thereof or the both, right? See, why is this so important? Because one of three things is going to happen. One, whoever hired you, they can't fire you. Two, if you live to the rightful old age of 80, 90, where will your income come from? Or three, you might just want to retire young like I decided to. I just didn't want to trade my time for money anymore. But what I had to understand is how to stop having more months than money so I could start funding my future lifestyle. See, I was sold that the government was going to take care of me by way of Social Security. That's not working any longer. See, I did get a pension, okay? But corporate America, guess what? Pensions gotten too expensive. So that's not working anymore. Now that I have a pension, I will tell you, I will share this with you. Guess what? That pension will not cover my lifestyle, okay? So here's 4 things that people don't take into consideration because nobody sit them down and teach them. So we're going to expose you to what's stopping you from hitting those 2 financial objectives, primarily the second one, okay? Because the people are not using their current income to fund their future lifestyle because of one, they don't understand inflation. See, inflation, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call the silent income killer. See, basically what that means is the cost of goods and services are increasing every day, okay? It might be increasing so small that you only could tell annually, okay? Let me show you where you can see it at every day. And it might not be today because of gas has dropped, okay? But I remember 20 years ago, a gallon of gas cost $1. Every time the dollar need to go around, guess what? The gallon need to go around. Now, fast forward to today, I'm here in Alaska. The top need to go around 3 times. The bottom need to go around 1. $3, 1 gallon. See, inflation is involved. Your buying purchasing power, it loses strength. In other words, your dollar is going backwards. If you don't learn how to put your money in places that outpace or keep up with inflation, you're losing. The second challenge that's stopping people from hitting those 2 financial objectives are taxes. See, most people don't think and look at taxes this way. Remember, you're trading your time for money. 30% of your paycheck is gone. I always tell people, look at what you gross and look at what you net, what you actually bring home. Do you see a difference? They say, yeah. Everything is in between is mostly taxes. You got federal, you got state, you got Medicare. See, we're going to show you how to stop working for the government because that's just like you working for the government for the first third of the year. From January, February, March, April, you working just for the government to pay taxes, right? Now, because taxes took the first third, okay, they told you was going to be making $50,000 a year, but you realize you only bringing home $35,000 a year. They understand the government, we get them up top with the taxes, we're going to send them to the bank, okay? They work together so they can take out a loan. We all know what you borrow, you must pay back with what? Interest, okay? So now, January, February, March, April, you work to pay the government. May, June, July, August, now you're working to pay the bank. And we haven't even gotten to you yet. So, your final 1/3, you give it away. What do I mean by that? Big business, okay? People make less than ideal financial decisions because they don't understand the system and how it operates here in America. It's called capitalism, all right? And if you're taking notes, write this down. Capitalism basically means I will take advantage of those who don't understand how the system works. So we are here tonight to help you understand so you could get on the right side. Nothing wrong with being a consumer, but you want to be a producer, somebody who getting money back from the things that you're buying anyway, okay? Let me show you how this here work in America, right? So I can give you an example. Let's just say right now I'm on the latest iPhone, okay? When I started with the iPhone, it was an iPhone 7. See, when we purchased our iPhone 7s, whatever kind of phone you have, they already had the next version wait. They knew that they was going to come out with it a few years later. See, big business know how to make your wants feel like needs. So that's why you just give your money to them, because they have some celebrity standing up holding it, you know, talking about the latest and the greatest. See, they know how to move you in the direction that they want you to move because they have billions of dollars to spend in advertisement to do it, all the way from the colors, okay? If we say yellow arches and red, you think of McDonald's, you get hungry, food, right? See, we're going to help you understand how this will hurt you and stop you from hitting those two financial objectives in a cycle. I'm going to talk about it real quick. The month of April, right? That's Easter. Then you have what? May, Mother's Day, right? June, what we got? Father's Day. July, what are everybody going to be talking about? The 4th of July. Independence. For who, right? Then you got August. August, kids got to go back to school. You got to buy them clothes. September, Labor Day. Then, guess what? October. Ghosts and goblins, right? November, Thanksgiving. They are interrupting Thanksgiving, messing up for the family because they have what they call Black Friday. People trying to get ready for that. Mess around, hang around too long, Cyber Monday. See, big business know how to operate. December, Christmas, January, New Year's, February, Cupid gonna strike you. Cupid, you in love, so guess what? You're gonna go buy your boo, your significant other something for Valentine's Day. There's nothing wrong with that. We are all for that. We're not frugal, but we want to teach you how to let something else buy it for you. Then you're in March, spring break, and you're right back to April. Notice I didn't say anything about birthdays. I didn't say anything about anniversaries. I didn't say anything about the other holidays that fall within those months. Didn't say nothing about prom. So what we want to help you understand is if you can't beat them, just join them. Learn the wealth principles that they teach, which is called cash, asset, cash. All right? So here's the solution as we get ready to close out the call. First, within 3 days or less, we want to show you how to generate you some cash without interfering with what you're currently doing. In 6 weeks or later, we want to show you how to grow and build an asset. If you're taking notes, write this down. An asset is anything that put money into your pocket. Liability are the things that take money out of your pocket. In 9 months or less, we want to show you how to invest in America. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not investing in America, you will not become wealthy. All right. Now let's go back and talk in 3 days or less, what we want to help you, this is the first strategy, okay? What we want to help you do. We want to help you get a positive cash flow cycle, okay? A lot of people don't understand the difference in income and cash flow. Let me help you understand that first of all. Income is measured by money. You work, guess what? You get paid in money. Cash flow, on the other hand, is how long does that money stay in your household before it go out? Let me give you an illustration. Let's just say I'm a millionaire, right? Since I'm a millionaire, I make $1 million a year. My expenses, my outgoing, my outcome, okay, is $2 million a year. Therefore, I only have 6 months of cash flow. Month 7, I'm going to be stressing. Now, on the other hand, people that we work with, and they understand this, they make $40,000 a year. And guess what? Their lifestyle, their expenses are $20,000 a year. If you do the math, they are in a way better position than I am. They have 2 years to sit back and just enjoy their time. Okay? See, what people fail to realize, when you lack money, I want you to write this down if you're taking notes. The lack of money will cost you money. Late fees, things of that nature, right? But the opposite is true also. The abundance of money, which called a positive cash flow cycle, it'll save you money. Now let's talk about the codes, okay? Because a W-2 is a job. We don't knock jobs. But what we want people to understand is be thankful for your job, just don't be satisfied with it, okay? Just because you chose that method of payment does not make you a bad person, okay? But what happens when you choose this method of payment is you're taxed at the highest rate, anywhere between 28 to 33%. We like to say 30% just to keep it in the middle, okay? How does this work, or the philosophy behind it? I work, I'm taxed, and then I get to spend whatever I have left, right? In my case, I didn't have nothing left. My money was all spent up, right? Because I didn't understand how to minimize my taxes, which we will show you, okay? If you read this right here, a lot of people don't even understand where their tax refund come from. It clearly states right here that it comes from your wallet or purse when you tell your employer how much to withhold, okay, from your paycheck. They already saying for the average refund, that's about $40 a week too much. They will also tell you, if you read, you might be using the extra withholding as a forced savings method, but guess what? Uncle Sam does not pay interest on refunds. They tell you put the money in any type of savings account or pay down debt might be a better option. See, we're going to show you how to minimize and eliminate debt. We're going to show you how to minimize your expenses, okay? See, we got software that'll show you for every dollar that you cut back on, you're going to have to tell it where to go. We also have a mall where you can shop, you spend the money anyway. Go pick it up and don't pay full price. See, what we do understand is if you get your taxes down, you get your debt down, and you get your expenses down, your cash flow automatically increase. That's the first strategy. It don't take nothing but you learning how to do that to make that work. Now let's talk about the 1099. This is where income shifting comes in, okay? So if you're taking notes, write that down, income shifting. It's time to make the shift. All we doing is shifting the money back from the people who are taking it away from you, okay? Now, in 6 weeks, this asset that we're talking about, this 1099, which is a different code than the W-2, generating business income, okay? Why is this important? It's taxed less than the W-2, right? The philosophy is totally different for business owners. Yes, what you're listening to is an opportunity for you now to lock in and become a home-based business owner. You're home anyway, right? The philosophy behind it is my business work, my business spend, and then my business is taxed. No, this is not tax evasion, okay? Let me educate you and empower you on what that is. Tax evasion is when you don't file taxes, or it can be when you don't report all your income. That's tax evasion, okay? Now, you probably heard me say the business. What is the business? How do I get started? The investment, okay, to get started is a one-time enrollment fee of $29.95, right? That's so you could get access to what I'm going to show you here. I'm going to pull up some of it so you can see what you're getting, okay? But you're going to get the license, okay? Now you are a home-based business owner, right? You're going to get part two, income shifting membership, which if you decide to keep that membership, right, for $35 a month, that's $1.17 a day, just so you can have the strategy, okay? That's the education. You can have the software, okay? Because you're going to need that software, ladies and gentlemen, to implement the strategy. You're going to get a system, right? Now, the system going to allow you to look at your reports. The system going to allow you and help you increase your credit score because it comes with it. The system going to show you your commissions, okay? And you're going to have the support. Here's what's it get better. Now you get to turn what some people call bills, but for everybody who on here and a business owner, we call them expenses. Yes, you learn how to convert your bills from bills that you can't write off, you got to pay them anyway, to now business expenses. Now these are deductions that the government they want you to operate a home-based business. Just think about it. Look at what's going on right now. Who's getting the bigger bailout? Is it the $1,200 consumers, or is it the billions going to business owners? How come you don't have a home-based business? Because you just not learning. See, you get to earn because it comes with a business income system as well. For every referral that you lead to a webinar just like this, or some other webinar, or it could be a call, and you help show them how they can do strategy one, guess what? You earn $25 every time. Infinity. Okay? Now, that's just the upfront money, and it's cool, but it gets even better. Now, by you doing that, what you help make happen for others, the universe gonna reward you even more for doing it. Now, as a team, whoever on your team start helping, now you get to earn up to $7, what we call leverage income. Now, if you don't have leverage income, part of your pay method, you are going to work for every dollar that you make. And if you can no longer work, you will not make a dollar. So when it's time to get wealthy, it takes teamwork. Yes, wealth is a team event. We call that leverage income. For some reason, when we're young, we put our hands in and say teamwork makes the dream work. But when we get older, for some reason, we want to try to do it all by ourselves. Let me help you understand. You cannot work your way to wealth by yourself. You will get tired. Now, the last income that you want in your life is residual. Residual income is simply something you do one time and you get paid on it every month. Let me give you an example, right? I use Verizon. I paid Verizon one time to connect my phone. After that, 30 days later, I've been paying Verizon every month for years. Now I'm an asset on their balance sheet. Let me ask you a question. Who's an asset on your balance sheet? Who's paying you every month? See, the company, Econ, which is the personal financial success company, will direct deposit checks every month off of something that you done one time, and that was to get started. See, I got started back in 2008, and I haven't missed a check since I got started, okay? So let me help you understand what we mean when it's time to minimize your taxes. You're going to drive anyway. You don't have to go look for no deductions. You don't have to go get into no debt. Start where you are, but it starts with record keeping. Now, the government always give business owners incentives for driving their vehicle. They could write off 56 cents, 57 cents per business mile, okay? And it changes every year, only for business owners. Communication, the cell phone, the internet. See, people travel. A big one is wages that you give kids, okay? You're giving them allowances. The only reason you give them allowance is because you just don't know that if you convert it, become a home-based business owner, put it into expense, now the kids don't have to pay taxes on it, or you. The best savings is tax savings. You work for $1, you only bring home 70 cents. But when you use a tax deduction and you save $1, you save the whole dollar. It's strategy, ladies and gentlemen. See, it's bigger than us. See, you can earn business income. See, it's not just about who put you on here. It's about a lot of families who are winning. See, a lot of people cash flow, they have cash flow success. This is an example of the app. You must download this app. Don't download it now, but after this presentation, download the app. Go to My Econ in your app store. You'll see 2 apps. Download both of them, okay? We're going to make sure you get your username and password. The IRS mandates that you keep great records. This is an audit-proof software. All you have to do is put in the numbers, take pictures, upload your receipt, and record. Your tax preparer will do the rest. They will love you for this. No more thousands of faded receipts in a shoebox, okay? Now, as we get ready to close out, we want to become an investor. Why? Because investment income is taxed less than 15%, okay? See, people like Warren Buffett, see, their money comes through investment because they understand the philosophy. Money work, money reinvested, and money make more money. Money don't get tired. Money doesn't call in. See, you might not know anything about investing right now, and that's okay. That's why we're here. No, we are not licensed investors. No, we don't have these licenses. We are a bunch of educators, military background, doctors, lawyers, but we are educated to help you understand perspective and terminology. See, we're going to help you understand capital gains. We're going to help you understand dividends. So when you go sit down and talk to anybody, we can call them financial advisors. We don't have nothing against financial advisors, but if you don't have enough money to talk to a financial advisor, you will not talk to them. So we teach you how to understand. So when you go sit down, chances are you'll keep more of your money. But the biggest investment that you can make is in yourself. And I like to tell people, there's no such thing as a bad investment when you invest in yourself unless you're bad. Now, for those who might want to sell products, see, we also have products that you can sell and still make more money. But what we understand is most people don't understand why they're falling short every week, every month. We do have a credit system that you can sell, but it is part of your membership. If you want to sell ID Defender, if you want to sell travel, okay, if you want to sell roadside assistance, see, we do have those products, and you have access to sell them if you like. Get involved, enroll today, and guess what you're going to get? Immediate access to tax withholding training, immediate access to the credit system, immediate access to the investment education training. You'll get the minimization of taxes, the training, and the cash flow manager app. You're going to get the debt elimination software. You get many more benefits by enrolling. Okay, one-time enrollment, $29.95. 30 days later, should you keep your income shifting membership, ladies and gentlemen, which 90% of the people will, it's $34.95 per month. That's $1.17 a day. Now, at this point, it is all full circle. I just want you to understand the game that everybody must play in America, the financial game. It's only 4 quarters. I don't know where you're at in the quarter of this game, but if you're in the first quarter, you're somebody between the age of 25 to 35 years old. If you're in the second quarter, you're somebody between the age of 35 and 45 years old. In this game, there's no halftime. Time is a continuum. So if you're in the third quarter, you're somebody between the age of 45 to 55 years old. If you're in the fourth quarter, you're somebody in the age between 55 to 65 years old. In this game, OT does not stand for overtime. It stands for out of time. So once again, if you cannot show $1 saved for every hour that you work, look at what quarter you in, so you can make a true and honest assessment. So get back with the person who shared this opportunity with you and let them know, hey, I need to get my username and password because I am aware I'm behind the game or I want to get further ahead in the game. So ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the presentation. And for those who join, you will see something like this. That's the income shifter membership that I was just telling you about, okay? Inside that income shifter membership, there's your cash flow manager. There's your debt elimination calculator. No matter how much debt you have, see, this will help you. It'll teach you how to do what you must do to stop the people from taking your money away. See, we're going to train you on how to keep the records. A big thing right now is the credit system. It's going to show you, okay, how to increase your credit, okay? Once you get started and you learn, you just have to implement what you learn. It would not sign the letters for you. No, you got to do it. It would not put the letters in the mailbox. No, you have to print it out and go put it in the mailbox. But we have people experiencing significant increase to their points. So as we get ready and conclude this call, and I know we do have associates on this call, do we have anybody out there that'll share their testimony right now of what any strategy this has done?
Hey, Terrence. Yeah, most definitely. Man, well, hey, I guess, my name, I'm Chauncey Reed. I'm out of the San Antonio area. And before my Econ, man, I was that guy that I did 22 years in the Army, and I retired. I was hit from the IRS with this thing called taxes. I had never seen it before. It led me and my family into about $20,000 in debt. Man, after joining my Econ, man, the first strategy alone helped us bring back $1,200 a month. And that $1,200 a month has been happening for the past almost 3 years now. like clockwork. All right. We have eliminated about $18,000 worth of debt since then. We have ended up cash flowing an extra $100,000 to this date. All right. And to this time as well, my children, we pay them wages, and even they are investing at the ages of 10 and 7. So, man, I tell you now, I suggest everybody should get themselves an income shifting membership.
All right. Hey, we're going to end it with that. Once again, I just want to thank everybody for showing up. Make sure you get back with the person who shared this opportunity and this information with you, so you could download the app first, so you can get your username and password. Hey, my name is Terrence Hill, and like I always say, man, the biggest room in the world is that room for improvement, guys. If you want to see a financial transformation, you must step in that room. Everybody have a great weekend, and we will actually do training starting tomorrow. Everybody have a great night.